Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Super Anime Bros podcast. As always, I'm your host, Rosario, joined by my brother, Angelo. And today we're going to talk about something we love.
Welcome back, everybody. We're back after a 1-week hiatus.
A brief respite.
You could also call it a vacation.
One might call it that.
But we're coming back at you with our winner of 2025 anime wrap-up. Some of these shows are just about over, so I think we have a pretty good idea of ones we like, ones we don't like, which there's none this season.
Spoiler.
I would say.
I would agree,
Yeah, so we're just going to talk a little bit about how they develop, how they've been developing, ones that we're, excited to see how they're going to end here.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're going to get some, additional seasons out of most of these shows, so... Yeah, you want to just jump into it?
For sure. I think before we start, we have a special little announcement here.
That we do.
There you go. Yes, and. Huh?
Yeah.
So we started for the first time the other day, but we've created our own Twitch channel. It's called Super Anime Bros Gaming. We're not quite sure how frequent it's going to be, but we're going to hop on there and stream sometimes. First time we played some Fortnite duos. That was a good time. Didn't get any wins, but I think it was fun.
There's always next time.
But yeah, I just think it's another outlet for us to be able to create and do fun stuff. So hopefully you guys want to check it out. I think we'll be pretty fun with it. Hopefully we'll get better and better as it goes. It's definitely different than doing something like this. It's, obviously being live and very situational. But I feel so.
Yeah, and this we're just talking. When we were playing, I noticed the other day, I'm trying to talk to you, but I'm also trying to focus on what I'm doing.
Yeah, no, it's difficult. It really is. I've heard some streamers I watch talk about that. It's and especially if we get a chat going. I mean, that's
you just got to get good at parallel processing kind of.
Sure, we'll call it that. Yes,
but yeah, so we'll be posting probably, hopefully, every time we go live on our Instagram.
Yeah,
check us out at the Super Anime Bros Podcast. On Instagram.
Nice plug.
Yeah, I'm just plugging everything.
God over here. Let's go.
So just keep an eye out there. I'll probably post on our story whenever we're streaming. Definitely open to any kind of suggestions, any kind of games you want us to play.
Yeah, without a doubt.
We're going to try playing some more multiplayer games like that. I think we'll try some couch co-op type games.
Yeah.
Going to get some face cam going soon.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, a lot of big news. So we ask for your continued support. And as always, thank you. Good
man.
All right, you ready to get going to the?
Yes, I am.
All right. I guess I'll kick it off because this is a me show. So we're going to start talking about our returning shows.
Yes.
And the first one I want to talk about is Dr. Stone. Now, I don't want to talk too much because we've been continuing our together watch through.
Yes, indeed. Please do not spoil.
What are we on now? Season 3, technically.
Yeah. I mean, we
3.
did 1, 2, the movie, and we're.
So we're catching up slowly but surely. I think we'll be caught up by the last part of the last season here. So that's exciting really cool, that we'll get to watch that together.
That'd be really cool.
Now this part of season 4 it's been crazy. It definitely took some directions that I didn't think it would.
That's good.
So it's been keeping me on my toes.
That is
and
good.
The last episode I just watched was crazy. So
all right,
I'm intrigued to see how things go. Hopefully they go well. I'm also I don't know how they're gonna wrap this up in 12 more episodes.
Yeah, it seems like there could be a lot left.
I feel like there could be a lot, but I don't know. Who knows? I'm very excited to continue watching with you and super excited to see how it goes by myself here with this last few episodes. I think there's 3 more, so.
Are they doing 6 episodes in 6 or 12 and 12?
Well, they're on episode 9, so I'm assuming 12 and 12.
That's pretty sweet.
I feel like they should do 24 and 24, but
wow.
I don't
we
think
can't always get what we want.
No, apparently not.
I've really enjoyed what we've watched so far. I've said that many a times now. But as we continue, it's been really enjoyable. I think it's pretty refreshing in a lot of ways, but also a shonen anime that you know and love. Yeah, I like it a lot, and I'm super intrigued to see where it goes. Obviously, I have a long way to get where you are. But I'll be interested to see how they conclude the story. And also, I don't know. I didn't really see anything when it finished the manga, that is, like, about it being good or bad. So that's
Neutral's good.
Yeah,
No news is good news.
No news is definitely.
I don't
good
know,
news.
but like
No,
like
no.
I've always been saying, I'm trying to like not let other people tell me if something that's subjective is good or bad. Like I want to make that decision for myself.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, I like a general consensus just to get a feel for it, but
Yeah, I'm not saying that, but like if it's like divided, let me just go in with an open mind and see and make up my mind on my own.
no, that's good.
You don't
I
need
mean,
to let other
that's,
people tell you, hey, it's bad.
that's certainly a good perspective.
But I haven't heard
of-
anything, so would be going in with an open mind anyway.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
I don't
good.
even like have any idea. It's not like a super popular show where it's getting like spoiled every 2 seconds on my
Yeah, that's
on my
certainly-
social media. So I
That's
don't even know
always good.
what direction it's going to go in, and it's very exciting.
Yeah, I actually do agree with that. Like, so many things, some of the shows we'll talk about later, it's so hard to avoid spoilers. I haven't seen anything really for Dr. Stone, so that's good.
Yeah, that's great. I haven't seen anything either, so
Speaking of seeing spoilers,
I have not for this show.
hey, dude, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. I haven't seen a whole lot, honestly.
Well, do you do that thing where you like kind of click on it and then you get upset when you really read it? Like, I think you just got to have a lot of mental fortitude that when you see something like Solo Level or spoiling the show we're about to watch, when we're talking about spoilers.
I like, not to go on a tangent here, but like, I don't really care when I see spoilers that much, to be honest. Like, there definitely is something special about, when it's something big, a big reveal, a big twist. There's something special about seeing that as it happens, not knowing anything going in. Like, that is awesome, and you'll always have that moment. But when I'm, watching or reading a story, how I necessarily, like, the moment in which I consume it doesn't have that big of a role for me.
So you still get the same effect, like at the end of it, if you read it from a spoiler, you're like, wow, that's a really good ending.
Yeah, like, I see how it comes to be,
I don't know. I'm like, for One Piece, that's been the show that's had the most things spoiled for me.
Yeah.
Because, unless you're caught up with the manga, you're always going to get stuff spoiled.
Fair enough.
I, like, still know some, like, brief things, but with a show like that, it doesn't bother me too much because as many things that get spoiled for me, there's just as many, like, twists and turns that I have no idea about, so...
Yeah.
I don't know. A show like this one would kind of bother me, especially, like, if you're getting it spoiled because we're watching it dubbed. Like, damn, I'm going to see this in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But it's like something super crazy. I would have rather seen it for the first time.
That has been really annoying the whole time.
Like, I don't know. I'd rather, like, see it, like, on the actual screen, sitting with you watching it, rather than seeing, like, a still shot of it on my cell phone.
Yeah.
But I guess you do not feel the same way.
I don't necessarily.
You just want to
know.
consume the media in the most efficient way, it seems.
Maybe. I don't know. Like, when I want to know what's going to happen, I just want to know it. I don't really...
Care how
I
you
don't
know.
even think it's a lack of patience.
I like to know the
Like, there's
context.
certainly a lot of things in which I've waited for. It just... Sometimes I really just don't care.
Fair enough.
But yeah.
So Solo Leveling.
All that to say, Solo Leveling spoilers are everywhere, so watch out. So I just thought of another thing in my head about spoilers. There's just spoilers everywhere for everything, always. But Solo Leveling Season 2 has been awesome. It has been really, really good. It's gotten so much hype, and I think that it really has been deserved. A lot of my friends like it and watch it, which, they don't consume nearly as much anime as we do, so it's always fun to hear what they're watching and liking. And this has been really fun. It's not really like a lot of other shows that we watch. I don't really think we watch too much like power fantasy stuff.
No, not typically.
Or like dungeon raid stuff. Like, it's just not always our taste. So this has also been refreshing. Not in like the sense that there's not other stories like it, but in the sense that there's not like a lot of things that we watch like this. Ginu's like such an awesome MC and aura farmer.
Yeah, that's a new term.
You haven't heard that one before?
No, I've heard it just very recently.
I hear it with him
I mean,
all the
dude,
time.
I'd agree. I think the second season for me has elevated the show. It's like leveled it up.
How about
Pun
that?
intended.
No, that was good.
Because like especially like from a standpoint of like Gino, I liked him first season, but just like watching him like be weak in the beginning is tough, and then watching him learn how to progress is interesting, but I really like seeing him now where he's already, like, he started the season super OP with his new ability, which is, like, another thing. Didn't love his, like, assassin abilities from the first one. Like, the cloaking's cool. I don't really like the stealthy assassin type fighter. I like a tank. Like, if I'm playing a video game where you pick something like that, I usually always pick a tank. But, you know, a stealthy character who can summon an army is like a tank, kind of. It's like a little bit everything.
Yeah.
And I really, really enjoy watching his abilities, seeing him, like, be able to kind of recruit all these new members to his, I don't know, I guess, like, servants they are. But they seem to have, like, a little bit of personality.
Like his army. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so
I think that's
I do like that touch.
That's something that will continue down the line. Just the
but yeah, watching his army just grow is so cool. Like, every time he beats somebody, I'm like, dude, you gotta get that guy. He's gonna be so helpful. And I think that's, like, something unique in anime for me.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's other characters with that ability who've done it before, but I've never really seen a necromancer that I really liked in anime.
No, I completely agree with you. I haven't seen that at all, really. Yeah, it's been great. I'm really excited to see how the last couple episodes wrap up. It's the Jeju Island raid, which has been something hyped up since the very first episode.
Yeah.
So it'll be cool to see how that concludes at the end of the season. I also like in looking at some of the books at the store. You know, they have the books. You know how it goes. I was trying to see what book we're on, and it was like 6 or 7, I forget. But just based on the amount of chapters that are published in English right now and how many that there are in general, it seems like there's going to be a lot more of this story. And there's a whole sequel story. So it's pretty wicked. I think we'll have a lot to look forward to for a while. I see you got the next show pulled up. You want to start talking about that?
Yeah, so the next show we're going to talk about, this is the last returning show, returning for season 2, is The 100 Girlfriends, who really, 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 is that 5? Really love you. That's 5. I was counting on my fingers and I messed it up somehow. But yeah, back for more, dude. Now this is something that I get incredibly hyped up about. Maybe it's not as deep as other shows, one could say.
No, it's pretty crazy.
It's this season's been like a little absurd too.
So I got lost in thought. So I'm going to go on another tangent.
All right, go ahead, dude.
Like, you gave me free reign. I'm gonna go crazy.
That's what we're here for.
The first opening from the first season starts with die, 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 Suki, da, da, da. They only say it 4 times, I think. Die, 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 Suki, na, 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 die, da, na, na, na.
Maybe so.
Anyway, continue.
Yeah, dude, that's like destroys my whole day.
What?
That's crazy, dude.
What?
They only say it 4 times, but the show says it 5.
I could not stop thinking about it.
Strange tangent. It's really going to only appeal to people who watch the first season and know the opening pretty well.
No.
But, you know, it's good stuff.
That had mass appeal.
But yeah, the show has mass appeal. There's a girlfriend for everyone. every type of girl.
Certainly quite a few.
Perfect. Yeah, so this season's been a little off the wall compared to last season.
Yes,
I mean,
it has.
there wasn't that much setup in the last season. It was really just like one episode. He's like, so this is how it's going to go down. And it's really just now continuing it.
Yeah.
It's pretty much been at this same pace.
It's going down.
This season, it's been like, all right, we meet a new girlfriend. We... like, you know, she integrates with the family. Everybody's happy. We meet a new girlfriend. It might sound, like, mundane, and that might get boring, but, you know, where I'm at now, I'm at, like, 20 girlfriends. It's still just exciting because all the girls are very unique and very different so far. Eventually, I think maybe we'll run out of ideas, but that's a problem for years from now.
No, there's 100
And every time they introduce a new girl, they always do some kind of, like, crazy quest. That is just so funny. This show is just, it's so funny. It's got, like, crazy references anymore, referencing other shows. They're out of control. And it's just, like, you know, there's been some, like, crazy stuff happening.
No, I agree.
Like, yeah, so...
yeah.
I haven't been, like, uncomfortable watching it with you, but we're getting there.
I mean,
the one episode we were watching, like, people who her parents were, like, on the same floor, so I was like, ugh. That's going to be embarrassing.
Yeah, that last episode
they're going to know this is what we're watching.
Pretty crazy. Yeah, I mean, it certainly toes the line toward
like
a little
being an
too
ecchi
wild.
show,
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
and being like a wholesome family show.
Yeah, I mean, it
You know,
it
dude, I'm
balances
a
all
sucker
well.
for that kind of show.
You know, it balances all well. I know we've talked many times about liking be able to balance many things like that. And
Yeah.
it
Like I
certainly
wouldn't
does.
quite call it like a wholesome harem, but like they really love each other, and that's all that
Yeah,
matters
I mean, it's
to
a
me.
deep and genuine love. And it has been very funny.
And they're just like a family.
It's
a beautiful thing.
I do like that aspect of things that he calls that are into the family.
Yeah.
It's just they all get along, and they all understand that he's just gonna have infinite girlfriends. What a like. Just hearing the title, and we've probably said this before. Everybody says this that watch like. Just reading the title, it sounds like it's gonna be the trashiest show of all time.
It's not that trashy.
But no, it's not that bad. Like it really is wholesome at times. I think you're onto something with that. Like it goes far. Don't get me wrong, but like not in a way like other shows do.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like it does it well.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. We've met some fun new girlfriend archetypes this season. One of them's a baseball player. That's fun.
Do you have a favorite one?
Of the new ones, or
Yeah.
Darn. Do you have a favorite one, and then I can talk second?
Yeah, this new group, I like Iku the best. She's the one who plays baseball.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think she's funny. She's like a masochist, and that's
think-
pretty entertaining consistently throughout the rest of the series here.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, she's great.
I don't want to say good or bad.
I think it's
Bad,
entertaining. That's what I
For
like
sure.
to say.
What's the food girl's name?
Kurumi.
I think she's my favorite. She was introduced first this season, but she just really seems like a natural addition to the group. She fits in really well, and I like to eat, so.
Yeah, she's like kind of like a tsundere, kind of a new archetype with liking to eat. I don't know, I think
that's
she's great.
interesting. Yeah, I think she's interesting.
I don't know.
she's
Yeah,
pretty
they're all
funny.
great. Amado's pretty great too.
Yeah, she was the first name that popped in my head, but she's just like so stuck in the one.
Yeah, she's like a one-trick pony kind
Yeah,
of, I
which,
guess.
you know.
That's like, well, you can't have too many archetypes in the same character.
Well,
We're
they're
gonna
not
run
all going
out.
to intersect. Yeah.
We're gonna run out of ideas here,
Yeah,
buddy.
well, we'll see. Dude, I don't know how the mangaka is going to pull this off.
He's promised.
I don't know
promised.
how he's going to do it, dude.
Like I said, we're at like 20 and going strong, but I don't know how long the manga's been being written.
I mean, that's
for.
1/5 of.
Yeah, we're like 1/5 done, and it's like
I don't
you
know, man. I don't know. I respect it. I respect
Actually,
the hustle.
he's up to
I've enjoyed.
32 now,
Oh wow.
according to the manga. Now I read it when it's published on paper, so I'm a little behind
In English,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, well, obviously I don't read it.
Well, I'm
in
just saying that it's
Japanese.
published on paper in English much later.
Yeah,
Sorry, if that was one of those
no, that's
instances
good.
of
That's good.
correcting you.
That's fine. I'm trying to figure out which. All right, so I'm at 21. Actually, was what I just read.
Okay.
So I'm 11 behind.
Books?
No, 11 girlfriends
No.
behind. Usually there's like 1 to 2 per book, so
Okay.
probably actually a decent amount of books behind. But so that was the 100 girlfriends. Unless you have anything else to
No,
add,
we covered
we're
that.
already like this is gonna might be a long
I
one.
know. I'm so tired.
It's fine. We could be brief about some of these other shows that aren't as good as
Not this next one.
that are
though.
not as deep as the
On
100
to
Girlfriends.
continuing shows. So 2 shows have gotten a second core that began in fall of 2024. The first of which is Blue Box, which we're going to watch as soon as we are done with this recording. Woo!
Oh yeah, dude. All right, let's talk faster then, man. I'm excited.
That's okay.
Good stuff going
I
on.
love Blue Box. It's been great. Sports Romance has done an awesome job fleshing out certain characters so far, which I've enjoyed. There's definitely a lot more depth that I think we'll tackle. It's been fun seeing some of the characters start to understand their feelings a little bit more. I've loved the sporting aspect of it. Taiki's badminton has got me wanting to play badminton.
Yeah, I don't think it's just popular enough. Like I don't know how.
Dude, there's a badminton club like 10 minutes away from our house.
All right, dude. We're gonna do it.
Okay, well,
Let us know if you guys want us to do a badminton club.
I want
There
to do
you
a
go. I'm just gonna
badminton
force
club.
some
I don't care.
engagement out of our
I don't
audience
care if
here.
nobody else wants me to. I want to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it looks very fun.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Chinatsu and Hina are both awesome love interests. It's been a fun love triangle. We've had some new characters introduced. Ayame has been
yeah.
such a menace.
This has been the season of like adding menaces.
Without a doubt, dude. I mean,
I think like literally every other show we're gonna talk about where there's a menace besides like Honey Lemon Soda.
Yeah, I mean all the just rom-coms. Yeah,
There's like it's. I guess it's just this part in the. But like Blue Box is, it's not like they introduced them like on like episode 7. Blue Box is already almost done
it's
the
the
second core. They're just all at the same time. We're getting to meet all these menaces. And I don't understand.
I don't and this doesn't happen in every show. It just so happens that
they're coinciding,
unfolding in front of our eyes. But no, dude, Blue Box is great. I really love Blue Box.
Yeah, I agree.
So
Blue Box
my
is
legs
very good.
Weirdly numb.
I really think this show is gonna like stand the test of time with me. Some of these other romances, like the cute ones that get like a season, I'll think back fondly on them, but like it's not like something that I'm gonna recommend to people or go to rewatch right away, like unless it's gonna get a second season or something. But I think Blue Box, even if it did only get one season and I didn't read the manga, I think I would always look back on it fondly and go back to it semi-frequently.
Yeah, I totally agree.
I think it's kind of on like another level compared to a lot of these other
Without
shows.
a doubt. Yeah,
I'm glad you agree.
No, I really do agree. I'm very excited to read the manga once we're done with the second
Yeah,
core.
me too, man. We're gonna read it. We're gonna read it together. We'll talk about it.
Book club.
So that's definitely exciting.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if you have anything else. To
No,
add here.
I think I'm good there.
So we'll move on to the other continuing show, and this is Tying the Knot with an Amagami Sister.
Mm-hmm.
Now this second core here like started off great, getting
really
to like
did.
he's oh my god, what's his name? Oryu is getting to spend time with all 3 of the sisters.
Yeah, we've got
and really get to know them. A lot of character development between all 4 of them. And progressing the romance along, he's even got to the point where he's like, I am going to marry one of you, and I'm going to take over the shrine, and I'll still do that while becoming a doctor. So he's made a lot of bold claims.
Indeed he
But this
has.
show also has a meddler, and this is my least favorite meddler, because like instead of just like causing chaos, she just like ruined everything.
Yeah, it took a crazy turn. It really did. I've loved getting to learn about each of the sisters. It's been really cool. I think it's going in an awesome direction with that. But once again, the supernatural aspect of the show has reared its ugly head. And yeah, this most recent one of his childhood friend, like going to a different shrine and wishing whatever she wished. We don't know for sure.
Well, it seems like she wished that he never met the girls because none of them like remembered him.
Yeah, like he wasn't adopted by the shrine.
And that they were also dating.
Yeah.
Which I think she just because even like her classmates and all, it's not like she just lied to him.
It's part of the universe.
Like it's part of the new like alternate universe they live in. Which like all right, the last episode we watched too, like he made some progress with the girls, and they're like, he proved that he really does care about them, and he did know them. He proved to them that, and they're like, you know what, we do like having you around, but you don't belong here. We're gonna send you back to your world. We're gonna help you. And then she like comes in and it's like, oh, sorry if my boyfriend was bothering you.
Yeah, that was...
So like even that progress he made in one episode, she just like, nah, see ya.
No, I mean I don't think that erased any of the progress.
Yeah, but it just makes it look bad, but look bad.
I don't know.
I'm just hoping we can wrap this up. I mean, it's what was that, 22? So there's 2 more episodes. Like I really hope they wrap it up in the next one. In the last episode, we can really like, kind of get a nice send off, looking towards the future of where the show's going to go.
Yeah,
but I think it still might be 2 more episodes before he gets back to his world. Unfortunately,
I would agree with that. I think it'll kind of end with, a nice, lovely reunion, probably.
As long as it doesn't end like they could do the craziest thing and end this right here, like what they did with Masamune Kun's Revenge.
That was the worst.
And just to get you to read ahead.
This is
they know what they're doing.
No, that sucked.
They know what they're doing. It's a similar thing if he doesn't get back to his world. Like, and even like in the episode we just watched, like I started to have like a little bit of sympathy for his childhood friend.
Yeah.
And then she goes and does that crap at the end, and like the look on her face is just like pretty much
just
evil.
Dead in her eyes. Yeah, I wouldn't say evil.
I don't know. It's just like she knows that this version of her knows that she's tricking him.
Yes.
And that's just messed up.
Yeah,
like there's better ways to do
I feel
things.
like it'll have to be her in the end that undoes it, to be honest.
That sucks. Because she doesn't look like she's ready to repent just yet.
Yeah, maybe in 2 more episodes.
Yeah, well. So, that's Time Out with an Amagami Sister. Hopefully we get back onto a high note because this show has been really great. But I get it. Like, shows are like roller coasters. They're going to have high points and low points. So I'm just hoping we can end on a high note.
I agree.
which I would be very surprised if we did.
No, we definitely.
But it's still just a little bit of me is like worried.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
No, I think we'll definitely end on a high note. All right, dude. On to the new shows. Quite a few. What do we have? Like 8 written down? I mean, 2 of them.
Yeah,
are
well,
gonna
the first one we didn't even watch.
Yeah.
So the first one I'll talk about briefly.
Sure.
I'll talk about these
Talk about
first
the
two
second
pretty
thing,
quick.
Talk about the third one, too.
Sure, I'll just keep rolling. Is Can You Keep a Secret? This was like the Office rom-com where couples trying to
I
keep
have a
them,
crush at work also.
trying to keep their relationship a secret. Unfortunately, we did not get to watch any of the show besides one episode because it's not really available in any way. We found like one episode on like YouTube, but there's nowhere to really find it unless you want to become a pirate.
Arg. Yeah, no legitimate like English publishing source. I don't know. It's really weird. Because Crunchyroll had posted about it, like the
I
announcement.
guess they
trailer,
just never got the license.
And then I have no clue, honestly,
So
how that all goes down.
yeah,
but
it seemed like it was like pretty good from the first episode that we did get to watch, but such is life. Maybe eventually one of these streaming services will license it and we'll get to watch it. But if not, I guess it'll be a secret from us too.
guess we'll find out.
Pun intended. You get it.
That was
the name
good.
Of the
Yeah.
show.
No, you're really.
No, the next
you're really
show
cooking, dude.
we'll talk, or I'll talk about, is one that you're not watching. But I'm 2 episodes behind as of today because a new episode came out today.
Gotcha.
But this is anyway. I'm falling in love with you. This is like that
Anyway.
reverse harem shoujo. It's kind of like trash, but
Yeah.
marketed towards girls. But I love my trash.
Yeah.
So I enjoy this. It's definitely pretty much the opposite take of a normal show. I like the guys, I guess. Not like in that way, you know what I mean? Like, I think they're fine.
Preach.
But usually in like a shoujo, we've been cited as saying this many times, is that like a shoujo male protagonist is like not an absolute idiot, unlike all the shonen ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's supposed to appeal from like a woman's point of view or target a woman. So, they're not quite like that. None of them are like perfect characters, which I do kind of like, that they all have their own like quirks and I'd say flaws. I mean, it's a pretty crazy concept with like this girl who has 4 childhood male friends who all are in love with her, and the one guy's big brother has just showed up and he's in love with her. Who I don't like this guy. Nothing against big brothers.
Thanks.
But like, the main girl had a crush on the big brother when they were all really little kids, and she's like, I'm gonna marry him someday. But like, he's like done college and he's coming home, and now he's trying to get her. Like, the age gap, it's not like illegal in Japan because she's like 17. But like, it's just weird to be showing up and like trying to steal your little brother's crush. And now he works at their school as like a student teacher, which is like another ethical dilemma in my eyes.
I would agree.
Because I don't know. That's like a trope in some like a decent bit of anime, like the teacher who's always flirting with the girls.
Yeah.
I mean, that's our thing in real life too.
Unfortunately,
Like everybody knows that gym teacher. Like,
I wasn't even thinking gym teacher. But
I don't know. That's like
we'll
the
leave
stereotype.
it at that. We'll leave it at that.
But I don't know. I'm not intrigued by him. The main character too. Like the first episode, he's she's like, he like kind of like does like a wall slam and like kisses her, and he's like, "You're gonna like me." Like he's, we've seen that before. He's like, "I like you." I'm like going on the offensive here, but yeah, like if she didn't want to kiss you, you don't just steal a kiss.
Yeah.
But I don't know. He's not my favorite. My favorite one is Shugo, who has the big brother who's like weird.
So the little brother.
Yeah, the little brother. That's not why I liked him. I liked him before he had a brother.
Self-insert protect.
I mean, he's cool. He's like, he has glasses. I have glasses.
He's a little.
I just liked his attitude. He's not like in the middle of the drama. He's not like a tsundere. He's just kind of like more of a funny character, but he's also in love with the main girl.
No, aren't they all?
And I don't know what's going on. I'm sure they were just trying to trick me. But at the end of the last episode I watched, it shows her present day, which is 10 years later. And she's like, oh, like she goes back to her place. And she's like, okay, I'm home. And my guy, was with her. He's like, oh, I cooked this dinner. So it makes me think they're living together, but I'm sure it's some kind of trick.
Okay.
Because I'm sure she's going to go with the original guy.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's
they
like
always
messy.
do.
Like, I'm glad this didn't happen to me in high school, where like a bunch of my guy friends, if we all liked the same girl, that would have just been like I don't know. Like, there's going to be some destroyed friendships,
It
unfortunately.
sounds like it.
But yeah, that's Anyway I'm Falling in Love with You. Can't wait to watch more.
That
And
was
moving on
entertaining.
to our next show, Joe.
Yeah, keep rolling.
This one's very different tone, a very different tone.
Yeah.
This is Honey Lemon Soda.
Mm-hmm.
This one is another romance, but I feel like it's much more about like the main, like a coming of age story, kind of.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
not kind of, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
growing.
Uka's grown
finding
so
your
much.
voice.
Yeah, from being like this shy girl who's being picked on to, you know, pretty much a class favorite. Like, everybody loves her in the class.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a pretty nice story, and the last episode we watched of that was like confusing
Yeah,
too.
it was weird.
This show didn't have really a meddler. It had like another love interest, but it was like an ex-flame, and it was pretty early on in the show.
Yeah.
I wouldn't consider this one of our meddler shows.
No, I
But
agree.
like we just got like a little bit of development for the main guy. Like, I was saying this to you before. Like, I guess they were starting to like hint at it, but I'm like, we really do know nothing about this
Yeah,
guy.
for sure.
Besides that he, you know, is always there for Uka
Yeah.
and is always tired. Because I said, I'm like, why is he always tired? I wonder. And then they're like, hey, I wonder why he's tired. So it seems that he has some kind of job with
We're
like.
all on the same
It looked like
page.
there was like semi-shady people he was working
For
with.
sure, yeah.
He was trying to like push her away. So
definitely
I don't
some
know.
shady folks.
It seemed like they were gonna have like a heart-to-heart at the end of the episode. So
Yeah.
in the next couple, I'm sure we're gonna learn all about him and learn that he might not be the perfect character he's been made out to be. Which is, you know, nobody's perfect. So
I mean, I don't know that he's been made out to be the perfect character.
he's always been there at the at the
For sure,
right
but he
moment.
definitely always had like a feel of mysterious and
Yeah, I guess he's always had a mysterious vibe.
um,
And he has another friend who also has a mysterious vibe. Who one of like Uka's past bullies is like, you're the worst one out of everybody. Like, what is he doing?
I don't know. Yeah, we haven't really found
Because they
out
were
a
like
lot
hinting
about
at some
him
like illegal stuff. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know, man.
But he must work at night, so that's why he's tired. But,
Yeah, respect.
you know,
I'm tired too.
It's taken a turn, but I'm excited to see the finale here of the first season, see where it goes. Hopefully, we get some development on Kai, at least learn what his deal is.
That would be nice.
But who knows?
That would be nice. Yeah, it's been pretty good. Definitely not my favorite of the shows. I like. I don't know, and it'll probably get better as it goes. And he even kind of touched on the last episode, but like I feel like Uka still like worships him, Kai, that is, and that's just not the basis of a good romance. So
I don't know. For me, it's kind of like he helped her grow, but recently she's been okay on her own.
for sure, yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I just
Which I didn't really like that he said that. I was hoping
I
she was
think
gonna
it's
be
true.
like,
I
just
think it's
like you.
true. Yeah,
I don't
it's
think
true.
worships. She just likes him. Like, I don't know. Like, it's not like she can't stand on her own anymore.
No, you're right.
He was definitely a crutch in the beginning, and I could see
You're
it
right.
then, but she's grown so much now.
Well, yeah, and they definitely touched on that with the former love interest, like you're talking. Like, she couldn't stand on her own without him, and that's why they couldn't be a thing anymore, because she, like, couldn't be herself, whereas Uka's different. So that's fair. I don't know. It's just my opinion.
You're entitled to that.
Thank you.
You want to talk about the next one?
Sure. Next show, Medica Karaiwa is impervious to my charms. This has been a pretty wild one. So this is the show where the main girl has lived a very charmed life, where everybody thinks she's perfect and tells her that and loves her and thinks she's the greatest thing since sliced bread, which isn't even that good, honestly. Sliced bread.
Yeah.
She could even be better than that. And
She'll never be more famous than cheese.
so true. Good quote.
My references are out of control.
They are. But then she meets a guy who is not falling head over heels for her, is not showing any interest whatsoever, because he's practicing to be a monk and has to give up his worldly desires and is like trying very hard not to fall for her or anything. But she doesn't realize that. So she's going balls to the wall to try to get him to fall in love with her, but now she's definitely in love with him and is trying to come to grips with that. That's been pretty interesting.
She's trying
Yes,
not
it
to,
has.
really.
Well, come to grips with the fact that no, you're right. She's denying it.
Yeah, she's at that stage.
Denial. So that's been pretty funny. There's a meddler. Well, there's like another love interest and a meddler in this one. which is
everything
fun.
you could need.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, the Meddler was most introduced. She's
most recent. Yeah,
Tomo is Mona's best friend or like childhood friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the first episode, she was like being weird and like flirty with Medica, but then once she realized that Mona likes him, she's like, "All right, I'm gonna make this happen."
Yeah.
So she's actually not really been a meddler. She's really kind of been like a
just
wing woman
at first. Yes, you're right. And then the third member of the love triangle is Asahi, a star basketball player, 1 year their junior, who for some reason really likes Medica.
We don't know why.
Not really.
Like,
he's just
I
cool.
mean, I get it. He's like, yeah, he's tall. He's pretty chill.
Yeah.
He's kind of quiet. A little mysterious, I guess.
Yeah, a little bit mysterious. And like, she's been awesome. I'm really actually a big fan of her.
I think we can agree that we're both Team Asahi.
Yeah, I mean, she'll never win.
Hell
That's
yeah.
never how that goes.
Well, it's fine, dude. We'll take a stand, dude.
Yeah.
We got to root for her.
That's fair. She was Poggers in the most recent app. I really like that. She's always been really nervous around him, but has started to find a little bit more confidence, which is cool. But this has also pushed Mona to have to, go a little bit harder.
Yeah. Which obviously that's the way the show's going to go. That's how it's been made out to be. But you did have a really good point about Mona, is that like they really do start her off on the wrong foot. She's really just trying to get his attention to feed her queen bee complex.
Yes. Yeah.
Whereas Asahi just likes him.
Yeah.
So, like, I think hopefully we get some, like, a little bit more, like, humanizing elements of Mona. We've seen a lot, but, like, maybe she'll try to get over that complex, because even,
We'll see.
she gets him as let's say, he gives up his monk thing, they start dating. How's that going to fix her?
Yeah,
What's she going to be like? Is she going to get bored of him and be like, oh, he does like me. Now everybody likes me. Now he doesn't matter. So that kind of thing is the thing I think about.
It'll be interesting.
So hopefully they give her like more backstory, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're lacking all the way around with backstory. Like, I'd like to know more about him. I'd like to see him grow a little bit more. He's grown like a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
but he's still
backstory and
pretty
not a lot of
stone,
development. But
he's still pretty
some,
stone cold.
There's been
Well, it's
some,
just been fun, yeah.
at least some relationship development.
For sure.
Things have progressed.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if it's that type of show. It might just be a surface level show.
Maybe.
And if that's what it is, I'm not going to enjoy it any less.
No, that's fair.
I would enjoy it more, but I'm not going to enjoy it less if it never.
Yeah, that's fair.
If it never really develops here and it just becomes or stays, a cute, funny rom com.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm a sucker for those.
Understandably so.
You want to keep going, or you want me to talk about this one?
I'll
introduce this one?
I'll keep rolling. The next show, which we've talked about before, is I'm Getting Married to a Girl in My Class I Hate. The words, whatever order those words are in. Two high school students have to get married to live out their grandparents' love that they never got to live out themselves. It's been pretty funny. There's been some development. I really liked it. I really have. I think I don't know. I like the first half maybe a little bit more. I think it really peaked with like the Ring episode, and since then we've kind of taken some steps back with like additions of other characters,
like
and
meddlers,
and meddlers, yeah, which is just natural for a show of this nature. But it has still been pretty fantastic.
I thought it was crazy, and it was kind of cool though, because like. We did not expect this new meddler. Like, she wasn't in the opening. They added her in when she was introduced.
That is true. That was a point of contention. Maho, the sister.
Maho, yeah, Akane's little sister.
Yeah.
Who was introduced and is, like, being weird with, what's his name?
I don't remember, actually. Wow.
This is good podcasting.
This is great podcasting.
But she's being weird with Pro Tycoon.
What is his name?
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'll just keep.
Well, keep
you go. And she's like, "Why don't you just marry me instead?" But she's also like, chronically ill. Like, she really can't push herself too much. Well, and she was sick a lot as a child.
Earlier in the show, they had very much so made it seem like Akane had a sister that was sick and died.
I have a sister that I can't see her anymore. Yeah. And she was in the hospital a lot as a kid. But she's just traveling the world now. I guess trying to make up for lost time and also going away, so Akane's not always worrying about her.
Yeah.
She's a great
Saito.
sister. Yeah. She's like just an absolute menace, though. And it seems
Without a
like she
doubt,
also
yeah.
likes Saito now. So,
Which, fair enough.
you know, either way, their grandparents get what they want.
True.
But Akane's really become a lot more possessive of Saito.
Yes,
And
even
now
though
that their other friend, whose name I also don't remember,
Blonde girl.
has started fake dating Saito to cover up rumors of him and
Yeah.
Akane living together.
It was a crazy twist.
And they're really pushing Akane to her limit here, and I think, you know, soon we're going to get a, hey, I don't think it's going to be an I love you, but, like, she's going to tell other girls, stay the F away. He's
I
mine.
hope so. We'll
Or
see.
maybe it'll be like, I don't not love him.
That-
one of
that's,
those.
that's the greatest.
That'll buy you, like, you know, 2 seasons at
200
least.
chapters, dude.
That buys you a lot of time to get the people like,
200
okay,
just
so they
has
do like
Reggie.
each other, but we can just, you know, keep this going forever. So,
Facts.
yeah, we'll see how it goes. Do you know if is this a light novel?
Yeah,
Or manga?
I think it's a light novel.
Then
It
I
definitely has a
probably-
manga as well. But I
If,
think it's
yeah,
a
I
light
mean, I would read ahead in the manga. I don't know if a light novel's going to happen unless
novel.
there's an
I
audiobook.
don't know, man.
But I'm definitely excited to see
Light novels have their perks.
how this ends here and see if Akane, you know, steps up and tells her best friend, you can't date him anymore. Because she, like, multiple times, she's like, if you're not okay with us fake dating,
No, yeah, she's been pretty.
speak up. And then she's like, no, it's fine. So this girl's going to go all in
Oh,
because
without
she's been
doubt,
very
yeah.
open about liking him since, like, episode 4.
Yep.
So, and I mean, she's great too. It's nice to just have that character that just has like a natural romance. Like they're classmates, she loves him, and that's that. No like BS, no crazy circumstances. I think that's nice to have like that grounded romance.
I mean, yeah. Fair enough.
Not usually who wins, but it's nice to have just that normalness in there.
Yeah.
You have
I mean,
anything else to add?
No, I mean, I think we'll hopefully see by the end of this season the breaking point of Asundere, and Akane, you know, was willing to admit how she feels
Do we want to nominate a best girl? Is Akane best girl?
of the season.
Yeah. No, of this show.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Okay. I didn't
Not
know if there
even
was any
close, in
debate.
my opinion.
I like the other friend, but
No.
Akane just got way more going on.
Yeah, yeah, there's no-
Plus, they're already
for me.
married, so it
Well,
doesn't
that-
really matter who's best girl.
that helps.
Like, that's been something I've been saying a lot in this show. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? She's already married. He's already married. Like, you know, you just got to give up.
It's true.
But
her friend doesn't realize that,
moving on here, dude.
or does she? She knows the whole story now.
She knows the whole story.
Yeah, fair.
But she thinks it's just a loveless, like, business marriage.
True.
So she's like, all right, I'm going to shoot my shot. And she said before she doesn't mind being the other girl.
She did say that. It was.
But she's like, you're worth more than that. But
there's
she's
some
like, as long as I'm
darkness
with
there.
you.
Yeah, there's some darkness there.
I'm sure there is. She lives alone, too.
Yeah.
So definitely more to unpack there. There's more to her than meets the eye.
Yeah. Nice.
But yeah, dude. Do you know what time it is?
I think it might be time for our annual sleeper hit of the
I
season.
would say quarterly.
Annual. I mean, annual doesn't necessarily mean.
I
every
think
year.
it means once a year, dude. I know we're saying yes and everything. but I think that's just a roll. They say once a year. Yeah, coming once every year. Or
Well,
quarterly.
I was just thinking like annual, like it happens every. No, that's fair. It means just a year.
Our quarterly
My bad.
sleeper hit. Our sleeper hit of winter 2025 is Welcome to Japan, Miss Elf. Yeah, congratulations. I know it's a real honor to be nominated by us.
It is. I mean,
Chosen. There,
yeah.
but this is
There
one
were really no other.
that I kind of found, and you're like, yeah, I guess we could watch. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. It didn't have like romance as a tag
It didn't.
on like my anime list, so it seemed like it was just going to be like an adventure show with like a cute elf girl. But like what we got was something wonderful. And even if there wasn't like a ton of romance, I'm just enjoying like the slice of life aspects of what's her name? Not Marie. Yeah, Marie.
Maria. We call it Maria. It's
yeah.
Maria Bell.
Getting to experience Japan and experience the culture as opposed to the fantasy world where she lives, and Kazuhito getting to experience the fantasy world that he's been able to go to in his sleep since he was a little kid. I like that we get to balance those two things.
Yeah, there's
I
been a
think if
great
we
balance.
spent like the whole, like if the whole show took place in the fantasy world, it wouldn't be as good. And I think even if it took place in Japan the whole time, it wouldn't be good. Or as good, I'm sorry. It would be good no matter what. It's our sleeper hit of the season.
True.
But I really like to see those two worlds and get to see how they interact differently in them and how the different worlds, like, you know, are different, like in just so many ways.
Yeah.
Like the systems they have set up and it's pretty cool. And this show also, I wouldn't call this a meddler, but an additional character.
Yeah, no,
to start things
she's
up.
great. She's not meddling. She's helping.
What's her name? It's something really hard to pronounce.
Dragon lady.
The Arc Dragon.
Yeah.
Has come to the real world.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, it was. She helped push the romance
yeah,
forward. Yeah,
she really did. She's been coming in clutch. She's adorable, if I do say so myself.
Agreed.
She's like thousands of years old.
Cool.
I think. But she's a dragon.
Good enough for me.
So that's pretty cool. And we're going to get to see them like raid this dungeon in the fantasy world. So that's going to be pretty exciting. And with her there to help, I think they'll be okay. And I'm hoping by the end of the season we get a little bit of, maybe not I don't know if we'll get a confession, but a little something.
Yeah, I think we get a little something. I mean, there's in the opening, there's like a fireworks festival, which I think would be
There's a lot more romance than I expected.
Would be a fun last episode.
That was a sweet surprise.
No, I do agree. I was definitely a little bit concerned without that being one of the tags. But it's been good all the way around. I've enjoyed some of the adventure in a different world aspects, which, once again, not the type of show we usually kind of watch. But with it being sort of a secondary piece, it's been fun. It's been fun. And yeah, main elf girl, Marie, she's pretty awesome. Really, really cute character. And getting to see how excited she is about learning new things as they're in Japan and getting to see different things and seeing a new world with that wonder. It's really, really fun to watch.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. They get excited about food. The Arc Dragon gets super excited about the food too.
Respect, yeah.
So it is exciting.
People always say anime food looks good. So
maybe Japanese food is just that good.
I guess we'll have to find out ourselves
someday. Welcome to Japan, Super Anime Bros. Someday.
I think so.
Do you want to move on to the next one here?
Yeah. We got 2 shows left. The first of which is Sakamoto Days. So this was probably the new show with the biggest hype, I would say, going into the season. I don't know if you would agree. This is definitely the one that I saw the most about.
Yeah, the newest
manga. It's just a shonen jump show, so that inevitably gets a lot of hype. An action comedy.
Yeah, well, 2 of my favorites.
Yeah. I've loved it. It's been great. Sakamoto, the ex-hitman whom now owns a convenience store with his wife and child, and is taking in delinquents to join his family. It's been a really fun story. It's been certainly interesting getting to see how creative they get with some of the fights. I mean, it's more recently resulted into him just beating the heck out of people and they can take it, whereas before the first couple of things were very, I don't know, funny with him breaking a bullet with a gumball or whatever.
I mean,
there have been.
Yeah, he's the last fight he pulled random stuff out of his pocket. It was stickers.
Yes.
What else did he have?
I don't even remember. It was
really stupid stuff.
A pencil lead, maybe.
Yeah, a pencil because he used flicked the lead and blinded him, and then he put stickers on his other eye or something. I really, it's kind of slapstick humor in the fighting, which I'm a sucker for.
Yeah, I really like it.
I'm a super big fan of the fights. I think of recent action comedies. I don't know if I can say I like it more than Dan Danan.
No, I definitely don't.
But I like watching Sakamoto fight more than watching the fights in Dan Danan, if that makes sense. I really, really enjoy watching Sakamoto fight. It's pretty cool. He's always coming up with unique stuff. Like I've said before, it kind of reminds me of watching Koro Sensei fight, which I've always been a huge fan of.
Yeah, from Assassination Classroom.
Yes, one of my favorite shows of all time. So I really enjoy it.
I think the side characters that they've introduced have been awesome. Shin is great.
Yeah.
Secondary protagonist, Liu. How do you say? Would you say?
I think that's what it is.
I mean, Lui.
Yeah.
She's been really awesome. And then the newest guy, what's his name even?
His bird's name Pisuke.
I know, his bird's name is Pisuke. I don't know what his name is.
I don't know. I think it's something Suke, too.
It is, definitely.
Pisuke or something? No, that's Pisuke. I don't know. He's good at it. He's a sniper.
He's been awesome, the sniper with the ricocheting bullets, who's also
and no
such an idiot. He's poor. Shin,
It's good. I like a little comic relief, you know.
Shin like reading his mind, and it's just drawings in crayon rather than like actual words or visualizations. He's so funny.
Yeah, it's
So funny. The most recent episode, they like collaborated to take down a bad guy, and it was like just seeing him read his mind. Shin read his
like
mind.
a really crappy
It's
diagram.
so funny. This
He's a simple
show's
man.
great. Yes, I respect that. I'm a simple man myself. But yeah, it's been awesome. One thing I'm going to complain about with both this and Blue Box is that both of these shows are on Netflix, and Netflix anime airs a week earlier in Japan. So even though we're like caught up with what's available for us, I feel like I'm behind. And I'll see like preview images from next week, and I'll just want to be.
Well, just look up the ending. You're fine with that.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I hate being behind.
I don't know, dude. I think we're just on different social media.
I don't know.
Like I haven't gotten anything spoiled for this.
I haven't either. I'm just saying it's annoying.
But like, you know, I might get some like dinosaur lore into my Instagram.
Yeah, well,
Like there's these crazy dinosaur edits that have been taking over my social media.
Yeah, dude, they're
just
great.
trying to get that in there.
They're great. No, I mean they're enjoyable. It really throws you off. It's like it's gonna be one thing, and then no, it's just Spinosaurus.
I'm a big fan of those. But
No, I agree.
yeah, dude, I haven't really worried about that at all. I wouldn't have even known if you didn't tell me.
Well, there you go.
Well, I already knew because you've said it before with Blue Box.
Well, yeah. That Blue Box sucks specifically, just because I want to read.
Well,
the
and
manga.
dude, a couple weeks you're not gonna have to worry about it. And
So
Sakamoto Days that
true.
comes back in the summer,
It does, yeah.
so we have a season off, and then it's a big summer,
Split
dude.
cord. Yeah,
Not to spoil it, but like
no, well, go ahead.
Sakamoto Days, Dandadan, Kaiju number 8.
Rent a Girlfriend.
I was saying like the action shows.
Rent a Girlfriend.
Yeah, Rent a Girlfriend. But like those 3 shows are all like 3 like of the most recent action shows we watched of like a similar like shonen variety. And I've definitely have compared them a little bit. So it'll be kind of nice to see them all at once.
Yeah,
I think will be really exciting. It's been a while since we've had like 3 action shows.
Yeah, for sure.
Usually there's not that many action
For
shows
sure.
happening at
I mean,
once.
Dr.
You know?
Stone, Soul Leveling, Sakamoto Days,
Yeah, but
Dragon
they're
Ball.
Very, very
I'm just
different.
joking with you. I'm just joking.
You're just
I'm joking.
Dragon Ball's Dragon Ball, so it's very different. Sakamoto Days is an action comedy, but like Solo Leveling isn't an action comedy.
No, I think that the 3 shows you mentioned are all definitely action comedy. Kaiju number 8 has a little less comedy, but it's just,
Yeah, I'd say that,
Still
but I'm
has
saying
a
the
good
3 of
amount
them are
of comedy.
semi-similar.
Yeah.
I
No,
compare them.
you're.
I don't compare any of these other shows
you're
to each
correct.
other, but I really compare.
I just wanted to make fun of you.
Yeah, I figured that's what it was.
Thank you.
So let's talk about the last show. As we just mentioned, this is Dragon Ball Dynamite,
What? I mentioned it?
which is almost done airing season 1. We are still on the first court because we're watching it dubbed. So it's been really great
I've loved it, yeah.
so far. Speaking of spoilers, you really haven't gotten anything from Dynamo spoiled?
Not really.
That's crazy because like I saw like so many things, like some just stuff from later in the season.
I did see one funny video.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. We're not going
Probably,
to
yeah.
spoil it.
No.
No, dude, there's like something else like kind of big. It's cool.
Oh, well, speaking of, big,
What's big? Not
Well-
them.
not yet.
You saw like something.
Well, obviously they're going to get big again.
Yeah, did you see what happens when they do?
No?
Okay, cool. Cool. Hopefully you don't, and we get to watch it together for the first.
Um,
Well, not you get to watch it for the first time with
Yeah.
me.
And you can see how it feels fine to be spoiled when the other person's not.
Dude, you want to know though. It's fine. We'll
Well, no,
talk
I do
about it.
agree. That is one thing. Is that when you have something spoiled, you want to share it with?
Dude, I've been dying to talk to like anybody about like Oshinoko, but nobody I know is right ahead in the
I'm
manga.
sorry, bud.
But soon we can talk about Dr. Stone, and that's great.
Yeah, that'll be really exciting. Let's talk about Dragon Ball.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So, they get turned into kids. It's been done once before. Apparently, GT's not as good. I don't know. We've never watched it. The opening for it's great. So I don't want to talk crap on GT. Super Saiyan 4 is pretty cool.
Dun, dun.
But Dragon Ball Dynama, it's been good. It's kind of gone back to a lot of the roots of like the original Dragon Ball with the comedy elements, with Goku running around as a kid is one of those old elements too.
Yeah.
I would say this is definitely more comedy oriented than like even Super. I'd say
Yeah, it definitely.
Super was I think the
most
best
comedy
blend
forward.
in Dragon Ball of action and like a more comedy because he had like nothing. Dragon Ball was a lot. And I think Super has the best blend.
Yeah.
But Dynam has gone back to that kind of...
Z had comedy. They drive cars.
That's one episode.
It's not even canon either.
Oh, it's not
Well,
even in the
it's
budget.
filler. Yeah. Yeah, I've been pleasantly surprised with this.
Yeah, I didn't expect much going in.
Yeah,
I'm like, I
just
I've
went
said it
more
on the
super,
podcast.
yeah.
I'm like, I want more
Whoa!
Super.
You hit the mic. Whoa!
I hit the pop filter.
Whoa!
Nobody even heard it. I went in thinking, oh, this isn't Super. This isn't Super. But guess what? It doesn't have to be, and it's still good.
No, I agree. It doesn't. And like Akira Toriyama, this was like the last project he was a part of before he passed away.
Yeah.
And you can definitely see that he was a part of it. It's still very Dragon Ball at its core. So I appreciate
he was a big
that.
comedy guy. So I think
I appreciate that.
it's nice that has, not taken the forefront, but has become a pretty major element. And we've got to meet some cool new characters with Gazebo. The one episode, like every episode, he calls, what's his Glorio? He calls Glorio some different name. I don't know if he does that in the subtitled version.
I'm sure he does. It might not be.
Yeah, it's probably not as funny because it's.
Well, yeah, we just don't understand it.
Yeah, but yeah, the one episode he calls him Giorgio. I'm like, that's pretty funny.
That's funny.
But then later in the episode, he's like Gazebo.
Yeah, Gazebo really
I'm
sent
like,
me.
man, his
No,
teacher's just Gazebo
That
to me.
was funny as hell.
Yeah, that was very funny, and we finally got to see Goku back to his old self a little bit with going Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan 2, I believe.
Yeah, there was some aura and some electric.
So that was pretty
Of
cool.
all the in anime, the saying somebody's name wrong memes there's ever been, Gazebo is probably the funniest one I've ever seen. That was so
It's very
good.
common for
It was just out of nowhere.
Shonen Pro tags to call
Gazebo.
people random names, the
For
wrong
sure,
stuff.
for sure.
I've gotten accustomed with Luffy doing that, but I've never laughed
Yeah.
that much at anything.
That
he
was
said.
so good.
Nothing will be good as Gazebo.
I've been known to talk some trash on dubs in recent times, but
I think that would be a really good episode.
I really appreciate that aspect of it. What would be a good episode?
A dub versus.
Oh, for sure. It can get really contentious.
I'll make it short. I just think that if you're enjoying it, however you enjoy it, just enjoy it that way.
I do agree. I
think
there's
that
benefits to both.
as anime watchers, we should be a family.
Yeah,
We'll be like the Rentaro
Rentaro
family. But we're all kind of. It's not really doesn't have a negative stigma to it anymore watching anime, but in the past it definitely did. So if people are gonna look at you as a nerd, there's no need to argue with
we're all
other
nerds.
people. No
Let's
need
just
to
be
make
nerds
more
together,
enemies.
yeah.
And it's not like you're watching a different show. It's just sounds different and has slightly different words. But as long as you're enjoying something, why do you have to diss somebody else? That's my short version. But
No,
we'll do
you're
a whole episode on
I
that
like
someday.
it. I'm not going to give a short version. I prefer sub over dub, but I see the value in both. That's my short version. Dragon Ball's been surprisingly good. It's been an awesome season. It's been such a good fall. Not fall. Well, some of them fall. Winter season.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, we're basically at an hour, so I guess we could just call it there.
Yeah.
Unless you want to add anything
No,
else.
I got nothing else.
All right. So, thank you guys for listening. Hopefully you've been keeping up with some of these shows here. And we'll see you in the next one. Keep an eye out. We're going to have a preview to the spring 2025 season coming out in the next couple weeks. So we're ready to move on to the next set of shows.
That's a fact. I am stoked to keep rolling. This has always been a lot of fun. Picking out different things and following along. I think next season probably will not be as good as this one.
No, I don't think there's as much.
So I do want to enjoy the last couple episodes that we have of all these, but the cycle does continue.
Here's the good thing, though. If there's less we're watching weekly, there's already a couple thousand anime we haven't watched.
Wow, really?
And I'd say there's 50 I want to watch.
I thought we've seen them all.
No,
Dang.
we haven't seen them all. So,
That's crazy.
if next season's a little lighter, we can watch some other stuff.
That blows my mind.
Yeah, man.
Nah,
That's good.
sounds good.
That's real funny. That's a good one. I like that bit.
Yes.
But yeah, thank you guys again. Check out our Twitch. Check out our Instagram. And we're always open to any kind of suggestions you guys might have.
Thank you. Peace.